Hi, my name is Sherwin Lai. I'm an interpretation captain in speech and debate for Bellarmine in the 2019 to 2020 school year. Today I have a presentation about subtext and how to use this concept to your advantage in Inter. Now, I know certain teachers in our English departments have disagreements about whether subtext is an actual literary device or a legitimate one. Today I'm not really interested in that question of whether it's a literary device. I'm saying it's a good and useful tool for you to help understand what your character is feeling or processing and how that might influence your performance. And whether you think it's a literary device or not, I still think it's a useful tool. I want you to consider it when you're developing your characterization and your emotional expression. So, our goal today to use subtext is to activate something called the kinesthetic response. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly or incorrectly. Correct me if I'm wrong, or try to. What this is like an internal response to an external stimulus. For example, if something happens in front of my eyes, right? Like someone falls dead to the floor, for example, right? How would I first internally react? Like, what kind of thought processes would me or the character be going through? And then how would I manifest that in my external response? So there's an internal and an external layer. I'll get to it in a bit. But what the heck is subtext, right? Subtext helps us understand the reactions and motions of characters that may not be immediately obvious just by looking at a text. That's why it's called the text between the lines or underneath the text or subtext. It's often easy to miss these opportunities when we're just, should say, performing a memorized script. Sorry. Performing a memorized script. Because we kind of just feed in lines, put the motions in, and do it. And then we lose all these nuances. So we use these annotations of subtext to help us really bring out those internal emotions more explicitly and think about it. So I'm going to show you an example, and I think we'll go from there. All right, this is an example from my DI senior year. It's a dialogue between Johnny, the main character, when he was little, and the dad. The dad is talking in italics. Johnny's responses are not in italics. So go ahead and pause the video and read through this. Okay, so hopefully you've read through this. Now, obviously, there are different ways to interpret this, but so we're going to go through these lines and annotate them. So your mother's done something stupid. We're going to the hospital. The dad might be thinking, these past few hours have taken such a toll on me, so I'm going to try to say as little as possible. We're going to the hospital, period, right? Why? Curious and innocent, why? Because that's where your mother is. Another really straightforward answer, because you really don't want to know why. Why? Yeah, obviously that's where my mother is. Like, duh, you kind of apply that in the first two sentences, but like something's going on that you're not telling me. So why? Because she hurt herself. You know, kind of shocking statement, I would say. I mean, he's just trying to shut him up. Why? More concerned this time. Because she's sad. Why? More sad and confused. Why? Because she can't see anything worth living for. To be honest, even I don't know the whole reason why, so I give up. I'll just tell you, right? So you can see, even though the lines seem really simple and straightforward, there's actually more going on. And it's really easy to miss the things that are going on if we don't write them out explicitly or think about them, right? Which is what the point of this activity is. We see that even though Johnny's lines consist of zero entropy and consists of only one word why that is repeated 4 times, each of these whys is recontextualized following a line of dialogue from his father, and that really changes his reaction, right? This reaction is not static, it is dynamic. And even though, and also for the father's lines, right, even though they seem really simple and straightforward, there's clearly some kind of tension that's hidden underneath what he's saying that he just can't let out right now. And how can we convey that uneasiness? right? But the first step would be recognizing that there's stuff behind the lines. So this is an example where the meaning of a text might not be explicitly obvious just by looking at it, and we really have to think about it critically and dig it out. So this is your task. Go through each line of your scripts, print it out. I recommend printing out a triple-spaced copy so you have room to make these annotations. And annotate each character's internal thoughts, feelings, and reactions. Now, this might seem like tedious because you're going through your whole script, but it's proven really useful for me, and I hope for you too. Now, this is not just about like those external things like tone, facial expressions, but rather the internal processes of the character. In other words, you're not writing down, oh, here I need to show more intense facial expression. Here I need to raise my pitch. Here I need to show more that I'm scared, right? That's not what this activity is about. What we're doing is making the internal feelings of the character explicit, what they're thinking behind the line, right? For example, right here, because she can't see anything worth living for, I'm not just writing dark tone, solemn facial expression. It's not what the point of this activity is. It's what specifically does the character feel behind the line. Like, to be honest, I don't know. I give up. I'll just tell you, right? So that's kind of what we're looking for. That's about it. If you have any questions, let me know, let your captain know, let your coaches know. Hopefully this was a helpful video. Really do not be lazy and really actually do this activity. I promise it will help you. Yeah, so that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching.